talking of data, perhaps in today's digital age, data is the most valuable asset. But that is only true in case it is authentic and verifiable. But the reality is that today data is being manipulated, fabricated, and auctioned to organizations who have no credible way of verifying its authenticity. It is becoming really challenging to differentiate between the fake and the fact. To give you an idea about how serious this problem is, whether it is examinations results, poll results, or election results, there have been numerous reports of data manipulation. Wherever data manipulation is not that profitable, intermediaries resort to data fabrication by using bots, click farms, and fake accounts. And the worst part is, because of unverifiability of data, the businesses are losing billions of dollars every year because of these kind of scams and frauds. On the other side, the data that has been used or that is being consumed from the consumers is being auctioned without incentivizing them, creating a lose-lose situation for both businesses as well as the consumers whose data is being used. I would like to now ask you, what do you think is the root cause behind this? Any guesses? Why do you think this is happening? Anyone? Well, the answer is centralization. It is because of centralization that there is a black box environment, there is a single point of failure, there is a lot of manual intervention, and most importantly, admin level compromises, which nobody will ever come to know because everything is done behind the doors. Even the audit trail can be manipulated without anybody coming to know. So if this is the problem, then what is the solution? Solution is very simple. It is decentralization powered by Equate Network. Starting with immutable data aggregation till consensual data exchange, which essentially means that the user data that is being aggregated cannot be shared or utilized without their consent, not even by Equate. And during this process, they are also monetized for the data that they receive. Whether it is in the form of taking a survey, watching an ad, participating in a test or a quiz competition, this data is being collected and shared with businesses without having to worry about bots and fake accounts and all those things. To give you an idea of how it works, it is divided into three parts. First part is campaign creation, where the data requesters create a campaign in the form of, it could be in the form of an ad campaign, market research campaign, a quiz, a test, wherever they want to aggregate data. Then they identify the target audience on the basis of basic demographic filtering. For example, if somebody wanted to target male who's a smoker in the age group of 20 to 30, their data will be anonymized and shared with them, and they can then reach out to them in the form of advertisements, market research, and the revenue that is being generated is shared with the users, and we take only a cut. And on the basis of that, the tokens or the rewards are locked up in a smart contract, which is then published as a campaign. The second part is data aggregation. On the basis of the data, the target audience that was selected, the data providers get notified, and then they submit their response directly on blockchain using their digital signatures, which are associated with their identity. And on the basis of the data or the transactions that are recorded on the blockchain in real time, the result is generated. And finally, we come to the third part, which is the reward distribution part. Once the campaign is closed, smart contracts execute payment transfers to data providers in exchange for their data, to content publishers whose content is being used in the campaign. It could be in the form of a media, a video, even a question. And that is where we are introducing something which is called QNFT, which is question as NFT. And any subject matter expert can create a question as an NFT, and anytime that question is being used to generate data points, they get paid royalty in the form of different kinds of tokens. And also, as a part of this network, the referrers who refer users to this network are compensated by the smart contracts. And finally, Equate Network takes a small fee for this consensual data exchange. So what value does it bring to our stakeholders? For data providers, right now, they have no way to monetize their data, which is the opportunity that we give them now. They get an equal and fair opportunity to participate in competitions without having to worry about manipulated results or these kind of scams and frauds. They get complete control and ownership over their own data. For data requesters, the most important thing is to get authentic data that can be verified and not just trusted without verification, which eventually reduces their overall business costs and improves their return on investments. And for content publishers, the best thing is they get an automated platform where they can distribute their content and collect royalties without having to worry about the intellectual property protection, because all of this is taken care by smart contracts. So now I spoke about the value proposition. Let me talk about the size of the market that we are planning to achieve. According to Accenture, in the next 10 years, blockchain technology and no other technology is going to unlock more than $3.6 trillion of value, right? So this is the total addressable market that we are targeting. This includes the personal data marketplace, business data marketplace, as well as the IoT data marketplace. The current product that we have developed, the MVP that we have developed, is going to cater to the $273 billion worth of market, which includes 3 industries which are worst affected because of the data manipulations and fabrications, which we'll talk about in later. And then our focus or go-to market is the India region, which covers about 10% of the entire total market share. To give you an overview about the competitive landscape that we have, as I mentioned, there are 3 industries that we are targeting to begin with. First is the EdTech or job tech market. Second is the market research market. And the third is online advertisement industry. And as you can see in this figure, these are some of the competitors who are in this space, who already have, customers and everything, revenue, but they are all centralized, most of them. And this is where we come in, and we provide, because we don't take the revenue, all revenue to ourselves, we share it with the users, we are able to provide better and higher incentives. We have a method patent which restricts any organization to conduct any form of assessment, whether it is a survey, whether it is a test, or any form of Q&A. In India, using any form of DLT, not just blockchain, which means the entire Indian market, nobody else can do what we are doing or cannot aggregate the data the way we are doing, using any form of DLT. And finally, since we are a startup and because of blockchain technology, our operational costs are less, it is where we can also compete with our competitors, whether it is related to the finance or operational costs. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, our focus is, for the next 3 years is, first we are focusing on launching our product, which is on Polygon mainnet as we speak. We have an Android and iOS app where we have listed, it is yet to be released on the Play Store. Maybe it will take another week or 10 days time. Our focus is on India, where there is about 10% of the total market share, and because of our strong partnerships, whether it is in the form of EdTech, existing EdTech applications, market research applications, who have a lot of existing users, and by integrating with us, they'll be able to give them a value add-on service to their customers. So this is our plan for 2021. The next year, we will be focusing on enterprise adoption, where we will be onboarding more than 5 million users via our ecosystem partners who already have these active users. And then our focus is to enter US and Middle East markets, because that is where actually enterprises know the value of data and value of quality and authentic data. And by the way, it covers about 34% of the total market. And finally, we will focus towards mass adoption, where we will be launching our IoT data marketplace, where data will be collected not just from surveys and tests, but from smartphones, smart watches, smart homes, smart automobiles, and all that data in an authentic and verifiable way will be shared with advertisers or market researchers, and the revenue will be shared with the users. And that is where, when we release to the rest of the world and we move towards complete decentralization by launching our own DAO, Equate DAO, which will be managed by the community. So finally, just to sum it up, I want to share 5 reasons why Equate is going to have an impact not just on the marketing or edtech or the advertisement industry, but the entire industry, whether it is insurance, supply chain, the entire data industry. Because number one, we have an experienced team. I myself previously, before starting this venture, I was working for Government of India with Ministry of Science and Technology, where my primary responsibilities were implementing ERP solutions for 48 laboratories spread across India, which we successfully did. We also have a working product and not just a white paper, which is currently deployed on Polygon. Although we started in 2018, but because the transaction fee on Ethereum was so high, our product was financially unviable. But now, with the advent of layer 2 solutions, that is no longer any problem. As I mentioned earlier, we have a patent protection, and that is the most important part, because it restricts any other organization to do what we are doing. Finally, we have a lot of strong partnerships. Our approach is, we are not trying to reach out to the B2C market directly. We have partnered with organizations who already have active users but are on a centralized architecture system. By integrating with our decentralized protocol, they will be able to give value add-on services to their customers, and they can say that you don't have to trust us anymore, and you need to trust the code or the blockchain. And finally, I think this is the perfect timing for us to be doing this, because there is a lot of demand from enterprise users as well as governments, and especially in the edtech sector. To give you an example, CBSE board, which is India's largest education board, has already started putting all the results on the blockchain. But what they don't understand right now is that in order to secure the examination results, they have to do it end to end, and not just executing the results and putting them on blockchain. Because what happens when somebody manipulates the data before that? But eventually they will get there. That is what Russia has actually done. They have created a unified examination system where all the examinations are being secured end to end by blockchain. So this is probably the best time to be in this space and create that network effect. With this, I would like to conclude the presentation. One sec, yeah. And also, I would invite all of you to become a part of the decentralized knowledge economy that we are trying to build here, which will be powered by true and authentic data. And this is a QR code for our app. This is currently on Android APK. You can download the app, and it would be great if you could give us a feedback about this TDFI and GITEX event by filling out a survey. If you also want, you can create questions as NFT, and anytime that question gets picked up in a survey, you will be able to earn royalty on that. With this, I would conclude my presentations. Thank you very much.